Hey guys, JP Hoffman here. I'm the current proprietor of Shiloh Ranch located in southern Nevada. It was the former ranch owned by Tony Curtis, the late actor, and his wife Jill. They used the ranch as a horse rescue. And today, the business opportunity I'm going to talk to you about is utilizing the wild Mustangs, which are being rounded up, in pretty steady numbers up until this year. And this year it's going to be heavy. We'll talk about that in a minute, where they're really ramping up the program. But an opportunity has come up that will allow us to actually really take advantage of that program and do it right. And so some of the things that are happening over this past year is there used to be a program called TIP where the BLM would pay various people who passed their training to actually do TIP training on these wild Mustangs, which was really basic in nature, allowed you to halter them, pick up their feet, load them in a trailer, that kind of stuff. And the program got a lot of criticism, rightly so, probably in a lot of cases. There was tip people who were claiming the tip money, which was $1,000 paid by BLM, and then the horses were disappearing into kill pens and being slaughtered for, of course, extra money by some really unscrupulous people. And so a lot of these horses wound up in the kill pen area or disappeared from the system. So that being said, BLM has stopped the TIP program altogether, and now they're doing a series of grants that they're putting out, and we're going to be going after them and believing we're going to be getting a lot of these grants to help do the expansions we need into the future, which would virtually subsidize the business that I'm talking to you guys about today. So currently, the program that they do now, the BLM runs their own auctions a couple times a year, and they auction off virtually untouched wild Mustangs that are in the off-range holding facilities. And then another program that has really been bearing success has been with the prison programs, but the prison programs are in like Nevada, Wyoming, Arizona are the most famous ones. And they're having some good success. We're actually going to show you some of the recent sales numbers on these Mustangs that are in that program. And the prison programs, keep in mind, the horses are literally just green broke. And so they don't have a ton of specialized training, and they don't have just a ton of miles under saddle. So they are green broke, but as you can see, the numbers are big. And keep in mind, again, these horses aren't hand selected for their conformation and their beauty and that kind of thing. Again, they're there to help the horses and help with the wild Mustangs themselves. So what we're going to do is take that to another level. We're going to do specialized training, all the way to law enforcement, to specialized events for equine events, from everything from rodeo to English events, all of those things. The wild Mustangs are going to be in such high demand. They already are, but that's going to be continually going through the roof. So since they disbanded the TIP program, they have expanded the grant program. And the grant program that BLM is doing is to basically help the off-range holding facilities, which are kind of busting at the seams. The off-range holding facilities are the places that the Mustangs go when they're rounded up. And that's where we get our horses from, and we're approved from BLM to do that. And we've helped them in a lot of situations locally in Nevada. One of the cool things that has happened to us is we ended up doing some specialized training and then actually moving some horses to Germany. And so that demand in Europe is really high right now. And in fact, it led to a UK-based television network to actually reach out to us and asking to do a show with some of their celebrities for men's mental health, using some sports celebrities from the UK, and then using them in our program with the Wild Mustangs at the ranch. So we know that demand is definitely getting there, but like again, today we're looking for business partners and wanting to talk to you about that, but I did want to provide that background to you and also talk to you about the grants, and they're working the kinks out of the system. So we believe even moving forward that we're going to easily qualify for a lot of the grants going forward, and which will help subsidize the program even further for us and for our investment slash partners that we're going to have. This year in Nevada has by far the most horses out on the range compared to any of the other western states that have wild Mustang herds. And so us being in Nevada is advantageous as well. And where our location is, we're right literally off the I-15 corridor. We're 45 minutes from downtown Las Vegas. And, like I said, we're right off the I-15 corridor heading towards Los Angeles and or easy to get to Arizona, etc. So we're in a good location for that. The ranch does have an airstrip, and the ranch, because of it having an old west town and being a site for movie locations and things like that, it's going to be a great outreach center for BLM to utilize as an outreach center, which they're also looking for, and an education center. And what better place than literally outside of Las Vegas, Nevada, to do that? So that's why we believe we're going to be really successful in obtaining the grants. And also keeping these guys out of the kill pens. So we're looking for those partners who have the means, and we're talking partnerships now with the 7X return, and the partnership levels are outlined on our papers, but we're looking for a minimum of $350K all the way to $1.9 million. All of the investment is not only backed up with security in the form of the horses themselves, but depending on the level that you would be coming in at, you could actually wind up being a partner or owner into Shiloh Ranch. So all of those things are up for discussion. If you have the means and you have the ability, and this is a business that you could be excited about. But originally, when we looked at this, the demand just kind of reached to us. So because of that, because of BLM reaching out, and because of the demand and the request for the horses, we know that we'll be profitable literally in year one, but by year three, we'll be deep into the 7-figure profit range. And all of those numbers are available. And when I said a 7X return, I mean by month 36 after investment, the 7X would be returned to a qualified investor. So if that's something that you would be interested in talking with us about and learning more about, please reach out. Our contact information is on the screen, and would love to hear from you and talk to you about that if that's something you're interested in. And keep in mind, it's not just an investment to make money. This investment goes much further than that. You're actually helping our veterans, first responders, and also doing a great thing for these majestic wild Mustangs that, unfortunately are having to come off the range this year.